let's see how best you can solve this question. So this is a pure exams question, right? An isosceles triangle has a perimeter of 9y minus 15, everything in centimeters. What is the length of each of the two equal sides if each third side is 3y minus 7 centimeters? This is pure mathematics, assuming this is technical. So on this channel, all I will do here is to make sure that you understand the concept, the idea behind. So the first thing, these are some of the three things that you have to pay a very close attention to when you are solving this particular problem. Let me zoom this in a little bit so that you can see. So your first one should be, you should understand the word isosceles. What does it mean for something to be isosceles? And then we have a perimeter. What is a perimeter? And then as well as what, a triangle. Those are some of the three major things we have to understand. Once you're able to understand these things, we believe that solving the problem become very easy. Now, what are we doing here? So let's begin with something that we call a triangle. What does a triangle stand for, right? So let's see what a triangle stand for. So now, this is the shape. This is what we normally believe to be the triangle, the one in the sea blue color, right? So this guy is what we are calling our triangle. So this guy, right? So this portion is what we are calling what, the triangle. Okay, now perfect. uh if you move on, what does the isosceles triangle? So this could be some image for you, any image that you can think of. This can be a rooftop or something like that. That is just a name. Now, you have a name, right? So if you are called by your name right now, you have to respond. So wherever you see this image here, that is what we are calling what, a triangle. Okay, now what's the meaning behind the isosceles? When you say that certain thing, or a triangle, in this case an isosceles triangle. Now, let's have a fair understanding here. Assuming this is you, right? So let's say let's go this way. Now, uh, uh, this is me. So let me use me here, and then you are here. This is you, okay? And then this is your school, or maybe in your other case that should be your college, the one at the top here. Okay, perfect. If I move from here to the college, from here, my point from here to the college, and then I spend 10 minutes, in reaching my college, and then you are also from your destination, from your point, and then you move to the college. So, a second. From this point, so from this point, from your point, your destination to the same college, you also spend another 10 seconds then, or 10 minutes here. So let's say 10 minutes. Then we see that this shape that we are forming here is what we are calling what, an isosceles triangle. Is that okay? That is the meaning of the isosceles. If the two sides from here, so mathematically we use this symbol to represent that the two sides are equal. That is what it means. So that's the meaning of what, an isosceles triangle. Is that okay? Something that is an isosceles. This is what we are trying to say here, right? Okay, perfect. Once you have that idea here, then we can say that, okay, now what is the next thing here? So that is the perimeter. Right? Okay. So that was the meaning of the perimeter. So talking about the perimeter, second, the meaning of the perimeter says that that is the meaning. So once you have the meaning here, so let's see what you are trying to say. If you are standing here right now, you are here, let's say you are at this point here, and then you decided to move from my destination, right, from here to my point, and then straight to the school, and then you come back to your home. That is what we are calling what, the perimeter. You are covering the whole distance. Is that okay? Maybe that is a merry-go-round. So that is the meaning of the perimeter. The whole shape from one point to the other. That is what we are calling what, perimeter. So let me illustrate this thing by some certain example here. So let's say if here, this particular point here, okay, let's use the first example. So let's say from here to the destination, that is 10, and then from you, your point to the school is also 10 meters here. or let's say 10 minutes, right? Let's say that should be 10 minutes here. And then from my point to your house is also 5. So if you decided to move all around to the school here, it means that you are going to spend how many minutes? 5 minutes plus. So let's say from this point. So from this point, let's say what we are going to do here. So that is going to be. Is that okay? Before you even move on to how to solve the questions, so that's going to be 5 plus what? 10. So this is plus 10. My pen is not working properly here. So let's say that should be 10, right? So is that okay? I guess you've already seen the picture, right? So that should be very very easy to collaborate with, right? So that is 10 plus what? Another 10 again. So making what? 25 minutes. You are going to spend 25 minutes throughout the whole run, right? So that is 25 minutes. Is that okay? 25 minutes. So that is exactly what we are calling what? The perimeter here. 25 minutes, right? So 25 minutes. 5 minutes, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, now let's get back to our question. So let's see how to solve that. Now, if the question says that the isosceles triangle, now we understand the meaning of the isosceles. So we can use that symbol, the mathematics term here. So we say that, okay, let me use this color. So we say this and this have the same measurement. So let's say from here, from me to the college is the same measurement. From here to the college is also the same measurement. So now we have the perimeter to be what? 9y minus 15. So if a merry goes round here, we are going to have 9y minus 15 centimeters. So what is the length of each of the two equal sides? That is what they are asking us to find. So if each third side is what? If its third side is 3y and then minus what? Minus 7. So the third side should be somewhere down here, right? So down here at this point, right? So down here, right? So down here, so that should be from you to me or me to you. That is the third side, because we already have from the question that the two sides are equal. So from here we don't have anything. So down here, down, let me use this. So from here down here, right? From your point to my destination, that is what we are talking about. Is that okay? All right, perfect. So what is the measurement there? So we have that to be from this line, that should just be 3y and then what? Minus what? 7, right? Okay, so perfect. Now what I just focus here, since from my point to the college is what? Is the same as from you to the college, then we can use a letter. That is where the mathematics comes in, right? So from the previous example, I use 10 centimeters or 10 meters, right? So 10 meters here. So here we are going to use the letters because we don't know the exact value here. So you can choose your own one, your own letter. Is that okay? Just make sure that you describe it. So how are you going to describe it? You can say that let A, right? So you can say that let A. Is that okay? So maybe for simplicity, so let's say we are using letter A here, letter A to be this dimension here. So from your point, this one looks like a number 9. So okay, so the common letters that we have used is that is the X, right? And this is something that I don't want to use because funny X is becoming too much in this word, right? Okay, so X. Why didn't I use X or Z? So make sure that you comment in the comment section below, right? So I'm using XS for the two sides. So now look at something. Any letter that appears in your question. So if from this question you have Y here, so you can never use Y again in this portion. Is that okay? You can never use Y again at this point, right? Okay. Now that we understand that merry-go-round is the perimeter, is that okay? Then you also have the perimeter from the question to be 9y minus what 15 centimeter. That is what the question is saying. So let's see how to go that. We know that we have three different dimensions. So this is the third one. You have the third one to be 3y and then minus what 7. That is the third one, and the other two side. Because this is an isosceles triangle, we know that the distance what are the same. So what are we going to do here? So we need to add, right? So let's see, we are adding. So let me have some space here. So we are adding all the three sides here. So by the way, if you're enjoying this channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more updates and then more tips on what basic school mathematics, right? So here we have our first dimension, that's this x here is going to be from my point, right? So from my point, so it's okay. From my point to the college, right? And then plus you to from your point, your home, which is the same as my home, to the college, and then from you to me or me to you. That is from this question. This is what they are telling us to be. So you have your brackets here. That is going to be 3 of the y minus 7. So I can wipe this guy, right? So I can wipe, so let me take this guy out. See, let me take this guy away because we don't need it again, right? Okay, because I can take this guy away. I can take this guy. Of course, I can take that guy. Okay, let me shift everything to the one side. Let me rewrite this guy. Okay. If you have the expression like this expression, that's the s plus 3y minus 7, you know that these are the three dimensions. Everything is going to be equal to the merry-go-round. That is going to be, that is a 9y minus 50. So the question is, why are we equating it to 9y minus 15? So that is the point here. Because if I walk throughout the whole journey here, that is what I'm going to have. Don't let these letters x and y panic you. So this x and then this another y here. Don't let these things panic you. Okay? Once you have a clear understanding, we believe that we can easily tackle any problem. So how do you solve this? So we are going to solve this equation here, right? So how do you do that? Very simple and very straightforward. So let's see how to go about it. I have one apple here, one apple. What I'm calling the apple here is the same distance for the x and the s. So you need to add the two of them together. So if you add the two together, I'm going to have 2 of the x here. And if I take these brackets away, I'm going to have a positive 3y. So maybe, hold on a second. So let me see. Let me write this thing and then come back and then explain what I've done to you. Now pay very close attention to what I'm doing here. So you see that from this side we have 2 of the x. So that's how I got my 2x here, right? Okay, so step by step, and then let's see the second one. And then here I just take off the bracket, that is it, 3y minus 7. Everything is equal to 9y minus what 15, right? So what happens at this line here, what I'm seeing, the second line, you can see that I'm just grouping the items. So let's all this 3y and then minus 7. I also have another 9y minus 15 on the right hand side of the equation. So let me move everything to the other side of the equation, right? So that is how I got the second line here, this second line. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. So if I can see y here, I can see y here. Why won't I group all the y? And if I can see these numbers here, second, if I can see these numbers here, and then the numbers. Why won't I group the numbers? So that is how I got these guys at this point. So I have this guy, right? So this particular line, is that okay? So we know 1 plus 1, we know 2 plus 2 already. So remember, why am I keeping the 2s on the right hand side? Because the question says that you should find the length of the other two sides, and then we use x to represent that, right? So from this, so I just clean that. So from this side we use x to represent that. Okay, now let's go back to our point. So this is what we are solving. So at this side here, you can see that if you have the 9y minus 3y, this is normally confuses people. If this is y and then this is y, you see this guy and then this guy here, you see they are all y, they are all female, they are all boys, they are all girls, they are all animals. So particular type of animal, right? So that is what we are dealing with. So we just focus on the numbers. So I have 9 minus 3. Okay, so I have 9 minus 3, and then that is going to be 6 of the y here, and then this is negative 15 plus or 7. So it's just like by saying 7 minus what 15, right? So perfect, that's how I got my negative 80. Now what are we looking for? We are not looking for 2 of the x, so meaning that we are not looking for something like that. We use x to represent the side of the right hand, the triangle, right? So we make sure that we are going to divide here. So let me pick a pen here. So we are going to divide it here by 2, and then divide here by 2, and then divide this one also by 2. So these two can cancel out, right? This one cancel out, this one also cancel this, and then remember 3 here, and then this one cancel this, and then left it up, left it 4, right? Is that okay? So our equation tends to be, we have x is going to be equal to, we have 3 of the y, and then minus 4 to be our answer. Is that okay? So this is what we had by the end of solving this problem. We see x because we use the x to represent. You can go back and go and check that video to represent one side of this triangle. So let's check if you answer the question. They say, what is the length of each side, right? So each side, so this is a notification from, so what's the length of each of the two equal sides? Each is being highlighted in bold here, right? So this guy bold, the length of each of the two sides, and then we use s to represent. Of course, we've answered the question by saying that our length here is going to be equal to 3y minus 4. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you get some value from this platform. We love you.